What's good, everyone? Accent Boy, you're back with another video, and holy shit, this time we got breaking news coming out of Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta, one of the most famous city in America, and it's just crazy how a lot of people feel comfortable doing a lot of stuff in broad daylight, and how people feel entitled to do whatever they want. But this time, I don't even want to make a video on this, but same time I gotta make a video on it because it's just plain nasty. Here in Atlanta, they're saying that you have some of these fruity dudes having a lot of X-rated parties in parks, and also getting their cheeks bust wide open by other dudes in the park, while also other individuals are walking by, and also kids seeing them in broad daylight in action and don't care. So I'm gonna let the news come in, talk about it, then we're gonna come back and go in on these nasty ass dudes.
Operations underway at an East Point park.
I'm not going to lie, this story shocked me. Right now, parents say they can't even take their kids to the park because they're scared of what they might see.
11 Alive's Don White is at Skies Park tonight with a message from concerned neighbors and also police.
East Point police say what's going on here at this park is causing them to get hundreds of complaints a month from residents, and many of those residents have shown up to city council meetings to voice their concerns. Napoleon Black used to love walking his dogs at Sykes Park until...
You're talking 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 11 p.m., and that's not what we want in this park.
What he doesn't want is people allegedly having sex during broad daylight on tables, in the woods, and throughout Sykes Park in front of children, according to police.
I wouldn't send my wife, I wouldn't send my kids, I wouldn't send any minors over into that park at night, or during the day for that matter, unless I was with them, like a hawk.
Now police say they've started sex stings in the park, catching people in the act. Many are not even from Georgia.
We've been setting up surveillance in the area, but also the use of social media and some of the sites that they use for meetups. We've been monitoring those as well.
East Point Police Sergeant Jay Watkins says almost 24 people have been charged with public indecency over the past few months.
And that's my major concern is for the...
All right, there you guys go. And also heard from the news clip how this so-called nasty sting is affecting local residents who's walking their dogs and also bringing their kids to the local park. And this is just plain up nasty. I understand everyone is entitled to do whatever they want to do, and I know Atlanta is a city that is full of a lot of fruity dudes, and as I said, everyone is entitled to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, at some point you have to understand that you have grown-ass people who are straight, and also little kids are walking in these type of parks and don't want to see the nasty behavior that you're indulging. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy how a lot of these fruity dudes think they could go around do whatever they want to do. Imagine as a straight dude or a straight girl walking in the park with your kids, and your kids mom said, "Mama or Dada, look, what are those two guys doing?" You know what I mean? And it's just mind-blowing. A lot of these dudes don't think that them having sex in the park would have them locked up, because at the end of the day, you're having sex in public when you know you should not supposed to. You know what I mean? And you could see how terrified the dude is who was walking his dog, and I don't blame them for going to the city council to have these type of sting banished, because it's plain up nasty. I could never imagine myself, I can't imagine myself living in Atlanta because situation like this. I know a lot of people might say, oh, you're homophobic, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, it's not everything is for everyone. I don't want to be walking around with my dog or my kid and seeing two grown-ass men in action. Keep that shit in your household. Like, why do we have to see what you do? We know that a lot of y'all don't like women. So stuff that you do with other men, keep it in private. And I really do. And online, I see a lot of people was saying that, oh, the police department is wrong for putting up these guys' photos to the public. But in reality, I'm happy that they do. Because at the end of the day, a lot of family members, their family member probably don't know that they are gay and probably left their kids with them. And next thing you know, the kids is somewhat sexual, been suffering from sexual abuse from these individuals. So I'm glad that the police department show these guys mugshot and expose them, because at the end of the day, you have to be careful of dudes like this, because a lot of them are sexual predators. Because how could you have your so-called party in parks in broad daylight? I could understand if it was nighttime, but in broad daylight, that means you don't give a fuck about the public or what anyone think. So at the end of the day, nobody should give a fuck when they got your ass all over the news, your family members and your so-called friends sees you. And I hope that they locked up. You know what I mean? Yes, I know there's many things to have to worry about in Atlanta. I don't know if many of you have been to Atlanta, especially the how should I say, the homeless rate and also the kidnapping rate in Atlanta is very high. Or should I say the sexual trafficking rate in Atlanta is very high. Yes, those are stuff that we could focus on more, but at the end of the day, we have to focus on what's going on in the public eye at the moment. And I hope that these guys could go away for a long time for having sex in the public, because it's just plain up nasty. And as I said, they don't give a fuck. So why should other individuals who are walking their dogs or kids in these type of parks give a fuck about them when they get locked up? And people, I know it might sound like I'm coming off as a little homophobic or whatsoever, but let's be honest. Think about it. Imagine it is your kid or you walking through the park and seeing that going on down almost every single day. Dudes having sexual parties in the park, getting their cheeks bust wide open. I guarantee a lot of y'all wouldn't like that. I guarantee. But at the end of the day, I know everything is not for everyone. So people, just let me know what you think, like, comment, and subscribe.